Hi everybody, Heather Coleman here. I just really felt this strong calling that we needed another video to talk about this 9/9 portal because here we are on September 9th, 2025, and this positive uplifting energy is so powerful. I did feel it coming, but it's even stronger than I anticipated. But I also want you to know that this message is timeless. So whenever you're seeing this, this is what Spirit has for you right now, for you to contemplate on right now in your life and also moving forward. So I decided to do something very similar to what we did on the 8/8 portal, where we're really taking a look at the number 9 through the lens of tarot. We're actually utilizing two tarot decks, Angel Wisdom Tarot and the Fairy Tarot, both by author Radleigh Valentine here, Radleigh Valentine. And what's really interesting about this is we have sort of this soft, very calm, whispery energy of the angels, and then we also have sort of this energetic, uplifting, playful energy of the fairies, and it really goes well together. So this portal that we're in right now is really cool in terms of calling in a lot of what you've wanted in your life. We talked a lot with the 8/8 portal about how for so many of us, for the collective here, we were closing out 8 and 16 and even 24-year cycles, and that's why we kind of had that burst of maybe some challenging life lessons right at the end. Well, we're past that. Now, with the 9 being the number of personal satisfaction, that's what this portal is all about for now and for the next 3 weeks, 1 month, and specifically 9 years. What's coming into your life is what you've been calling in, what you've been manifesting. So what we're going to do is start looking at this a little more specifically from the lens of the 9 of fire. And I chose a card from each of the decks here. And what's very interesting when we have an upright meaning is we often have sort of this warrior energy, and you can kind of see that especially over here. This woman looks like she's ready. She's got the wands blazing, she's got the shield, girlfriend is fierce. And then over here, this fairy here, she's just ready. She's not resting on her laurels. She is safe, but she's ready at any moment for threats, right? So the upright meaning, you can kind of look at that. It's like you're ready to deal with a threat at any moment. With this 9/9 portal, though, we're really so much stronger, and I love this message. We're so much stronger into the reversal meaning of the 9 of fire, which generally speaking for most of us is going to mean you can relax a bit. You can put down your shield. You don't have to fight so hard to protect what you've built. Again, the upright message would say be prepared, protect what you've created. But again, reversing that, it's sort of, we could look at it as we have already done so much of that. We could say that our aura is so strong that we don't have to consciously and in our nervous system be so tense. We have already built the shields, the protections, we've laid the groundwork, and you don't have to worry so much about protecting what you've built. And again, when we look at the fairies, it's kind of cool. When I look at this, it's like these flowers are with her. We often don't think, oh, the plants around me are guarding me, but it's sort of a symbolic way of saying we have so much help that we can't even see. We are so protective. We are protective, but we're protected, I meant to say. So again, backing on that message that we have our aura aligned, and that does so much more than people may think. This here says, again, this one message on this particular card, protecting the fruits of our labors. You don't have to worry too much about that. So again, that 9 of fire reverse is a really positive message. I also want to take a look at one card that can be, it depends on what's going on. In an upright message, it may be considered more of a negative card. We're in the suit of swords now. However, I was only called to draw the 9 of Swords from this deck, which is the Angel Wisdom. And I want to say that whenever I draw from the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck, let me show you the cover for those of you that might be curious. Where did I put that guidebook? Where did I see the fairies maybe misplace it? That's what they love to do. Angel Wisdom Tarot. One of the reasons this is possibly, actually, these are my two favorite tarot decks. One of the reasons I love this is, energetically speaking, I can never keep straight whether we're in cups or swords, because for me, working with this deck, there is such a perfect blend of mind, body, and mind and heart, feelings and logic. There's such a perfect blend that happens with this. And again, specifically what I love, because the energy, for me at least, in this deck, in the suit of swords, I can't tell the difference between this and hearts or cups, emotions, relationships. What that means is that this is so softened, and this is where I really felt drawn. There are no visible swords here. There are these 9 candles. What that says is that we are becoming the light through our own dark night of the soul. And, so often when we have the 9 of Swords upright, we have maybe sleepless nights, we might be expecting the worst. We might inadvertently be getting too worried about possible threats. And again, we just had this message that we don't have to worry so much about that anymore. We might be going to all these what ifs in our minds. But this is often the card that says stress or uncertainty may be causing this to happen in the mind. But candles are often so relaxing. If we can meditate at night, if you wake up at night and you can, let's say, put on a guided meditation, ideally what we might do before bed is write down the things that are on our mind, the things that are heavy on our heart. And if you wake up during the night, guided meditation, right? But again, I'm really also sensing a reversal. Now, this is one of those cards where a reversal could do one of two things. It could deepen that message. This is a possibility. It could mean that we're really struggling with anxiety, paranoia, panic attacks. It could mean that. But my hope, and I do feel this strongly, for at least for the majority of you, that your reversed meaning is that you are getting past this, you are moving out of sleepless nights, you are learning to be your own best friend. You are, for some of you, this could mean cognitive behavioral therapy. Maybe you're learning to kind of counsel yourself through your worries. Maybe you're using the time productively. Because I want to also say this, for me, there have been times that I'm just not sleepy, and it's not that I'm all that stressed or worried, it's just for some reason I'm not sleeping. And sometimes for me, and this might be the case for you, it's just simply that my body doesn't need as much sleep for that day or week, but my whole system can use that additional time, and I try to use it wisely. So let's say that you wake up at night, your mind is spinning, you try writing, you try a calming herbal tea, a meditation, you're still not sleeping. How else could you use that time productively? Because it will pass, right? What we resist persists. So for some of you out there, if you're dealing with some sleeplessness and it's not typical for you, just say to yourself, my body, my higher self is giving me more time. How could I best use it? Woohoo! So I really like that meaning. And the cozy quilt. How can you create the energy of a cozy, comforting quilt for yourself? Let's put that aside. Let's go to Major Arcana next, and I did pull card number 9 from both of our decks, which is the Hermit. We're going to start with the one from Angel Wisdom Tarot, Alone Time. When we look at how we've got these multicolors emanating from, well, it is a lantern, but it also, when I look at this is coming from the solar plexus. Spending time alone is essential for you right now to remember your inner power, remember who you really are, find your inner fire. The solar plexus, which is just above the belly button and under the chest, solar plexus chakra, front and back, that's really our seat for personal power, strong personal identity, ambition, and drive. So when we look at this and the multicolors that are emanating from that solar plexus area, that represents balance and harmony within yourself, and some alone time most days of the week, even if it's only 10 minutes some days, could be longer certain days, but that's going to be essential for you. So Spirit would really like to see you carve out alone time on a regular basis. Let's also see, self-discovery. This portal is going to be a wonderful opportunity for us to discover even more parts of ourselves, which personally, as someone who strives for high self-awareness, it can get really fun, and maybe you can relate to this when we already have a lot of self-awareness. We know how we are, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, we know our passions, and we discover something else about ourselves. So coming into this 9-9 portal with curiosity is going to be so good for you. Let's put this card aside. Now, from the fairies, again, we get this message about finding your own light. This is sort of darker imagery, but she is creating her own light. So again, that alone time gives you a little bit different way to process your goals, your problems that you want to solve, finding your own creative solutions, so becoming your own light as the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. I think some of you are going to resonate with both of those, finding a mentor. And often what happens is when we find a mentor, we find ourselves mentoring someone else, and it really helps to advance our soul on our path of life lessons, which again is going to make so much sense when we look at the fact that we're also closing out old phases and entering new phases in our earth school, in our earthly life. So be on the lookout for that. I love this message, a commitment to your spiritual growth. This would piggyback on the Unity card that we had not too long ago in one of my videos, which is finding like-minded people. A mix of that, right? A mix of time with like-minded people who have a similar set of beliefs, maybe not all the same, but enough similar overlap in beliefs. And then again, that contemplation time, that alone time will really help you to find your inner fire. Yeah, so wow, very powerful message. You know, this woman here may have gray hair, but she has no wrinkles. Her face looks very ageless. She's very peaceful. She's got a gentle smile on her face. And that energy is really what we're striving for or toward when we go inward, which is, again, what that hermit time, that alone time is going to provide for you. So that's a very powerful message there. We have 2 cards left, and I'm going to show them to you together. They're both from the Fairy Tarot. These cards are so fascinating when taken together. The 9 of Autumn or Pentacles, practical, and the 9 of Summer or Chalices, water. I was just saying to someone earlier, when you see these cards, what this could mean. Personal satisfaction, having enough money, personal peace, having a nice mix of work and play, having the right relationships. That's something that, well, again, overlap, right? They go hand in hand because the suit of summer or water in this case would really, that might be talking more, we could say, about relationships. But a lot of first, so many of us, when we have the right relationships where we feel fulfilled and safe and the right balance of give and take, give and receive, so much easier to be at financial peace and or peace with our home, our body, our clothing, because the truth is that humans were never designed to be hermits all the time. Yes, we just looked at 2 hermit cards, but the message, if you really think about it with those, was simply asking you to take some regular time alone, but not all of your time, because again, humans are wired to be social creatures. We need each other. We are interdependent. So many of you that are moving past toxic and or codependent relationships, you may have had a period of time, maybe 1 year, maybe 1 month, maybe 3 years, maybe longer, whatever that might be. You may have been in a hermit time where you have been spending a lot of time alone, maybe more than is healthy. This 9-9 portal is bringing us out of that, and again, because it's a 9, right? It's talking about learning to show up and relate to others in a way that does not drain you and that does not mean you sacrifice your personal peace and your personal desires. It means that your personal peace, joy, love, passion, and desires are in perfect alignment or near perfect alignment with those people around you. And that's sort of, if you think about it, that process of developing new relationships, whether that's in your personal life or in your work life, could be both. We approach new relationships or new jobs, new roles in life from a 9 of, does this bring me what I need and want, and can I provide what this person or place needs and wants, right? If you even jobs or relationships, jobs are relationships, I meant to say. When you apply for a job, it's a matter of, do I have the skills? Am I what this place needs? And that place is going to look at you asking that question. Does this person have the skills? Is this what we're looking for? And you're, of course, also going to say, is this the kind of place I want to work? Is this going to meet my needs? Is this the environment? Is this the pay I need, right? So if we think about those things, it is transactional, and that's okay. Interesting message coming through. The difference between healthy and narcissistic relationships. Narcissistic relationships remain transactional forever, and it's often the non-narcissistic person that never realizes that until it's kind of late in the game. But if you're recovering from narcissistic abuse or a narcissistic relationship or both, first of all, I take my hat off to you. I've been through it, and it's very hard. But often that teaches us to approach new relationships from a place of the 9, of, what do I need? What are my boundaries? What do I need to be happy? Does it line up with this person? Are they who they say they are? And then eventually we get to that 10. We're going to be talking a lot more about all of that when we have our 10-10 portal next month. So finally, let's take another look. This came through not too long ago in one of my videos. The fruits of your labor, your harvest is coming, whether that's beautiful music, whether that's beautiful fruits. I literally have grapes in my garden this year. So enjoy the fruits of your labors. And again, piggybacking on this reversal of the 9 of fire, you don't need to work too hard to protect the fruits of your labors. They're coming in. Your harvest is coming in. So, wow, what a beautiful, powerful reading. I'm just going to hold this up. Some of you might really resonate with that image. This is really beautiful here. Really beautiful. I want to thank all of you so much for being a part of this. If you happen to see this video before September 12th, 2025, there's still time to register for the virtual message circle. Again, Friday, September 12th, 7 o'clock p.m., 2025. There's still time. DM me, click on that website, register. I'll send you the Zoom link. Love to have you be a part of that virtual circle. And I'm sending you so much love, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.